Okay, hello everyone, this is Mr. Ronan here again, and this is a guide for Kronen's combos and how to do them. If you are already familiar with like Kronen's game plan and how combo systems work in this game, maybe find a different combo video to watch, because I don't want you to feel patronized or anything, but this is going to be talking about all of his combos and how to do them. So, Krohnen isn't a super combo heavy character, but he gets specific combos off of certain things, and I think it's an unusual place to start, but I think a good combo to start with is off of his amplified DP, because at a lot of levels of gameplay, whether you're an absolute beginner or a high level gameplay, landing a DP is pretty reliable. It happens quite a lot. So, off of his amplified DP, the opponent is juggled in the air long enough for you to get your light DP, and after you get your amplified DP, you can kind of just hold the input for your light DP after a few seconds. So after the opponent is at the peak of their thing, just do the input for the DP and hold down the light punch button, and then the DP will come out just as soon as it can. So once again, I'll do it. Isla's at the top of her jump arc, and then do the input DP for the DP again, and then it comes out. So ready? Amplified, normal, and then it comes out. So works pretty well, and you can actually special or super cancel that DP, and because you've already done the down forward DP motion, you just have to do another down forward into your light punch, and that will actually do an ultimate, and it'll look like this. Oops. Like that, and then off of the amplified DP, we do the same situation, and getting that much damage off of a DP is really awesome, and it's gonna get you ahead in a lot of your games online. Because it's just a very... anytime the opponent is just attacking you or you're knocked down and you can wake up and do about a third of their life, just because they try to attack you as you wake up, it's very powerful, and you got to make sure you take that damage when you can get it, and that's a very reliable way of getting damage. And if you want to really go all out, Kronin is a character that is very easy to link together his supers. So after you landed this super, you can, like, even while the opponent's on the ground, you can just do the input for his climax super. And because it's an OTG super, just like, I can input it now. Oops, that was a little bit too early. Round now. And it'll OTG Isla. And I'll get a huge extra chunk of damage. So if you add this on top of the fact that you just did this whole DP situation, the opponent tried to attack me once on wake up, and look how much life they lose. Oops, didn't get the climax. Climax, get the OTG from full screen, and look how much they die for just trying to attack me once. And I know this is a lot of meter, but especially in low level games, if you can get a huge chunk of damage, it's good to be able to use your meter for something. So honestly, I think it's kind of worth it. Getting a single DP and nearly killing your opponent is pretty crazy. So now let's move on to another combo. Another really consistent situation where you're going to be getting combos is light kicks, and because a lot of the time, you know, you're close to your opponent, you want to be able to mash something like your light punches or your light kicks, and the same thing kind of works for any of them, but light kicks are just a little bit better because they hit low, and so your opponent has to actually be crouch blocking and not just holding backwards, so light kicks are a little bit more likely to hit. So after you get any of this, whether it's smashing light kicks or mashing light punches, you have basically two options. You can either go into your forwards light punch, which is your command normal, oops, which is just a nice, super simple, didn't have any special moves, but it's just, you know, simple, little bit of damage, works pretty well, and if the opponent doesn't recover, you can kind of chase them down after the knockdown, chase them down, maybe get a jump in, and it's very good, very consistent, and obviously the same applies after your crouching punches, works very similarly. And you also, oops, have the option of just going in for your slide. And his slide is a down forward heavy kick input, so a lot of the time when you're really close to the opponent and like it's just a bit of a scramble situation and you're on top of each other, maybe they've jumped in or missed a jump in and you're up close, just hold down forward and just go nuts. Just mash your light kicks in, and then mash heavy kick, and you're gonna get, because you're holding down forward, you're gonna get your light kicks and you're gonna get your slide super easily because you're just holding the same input. And then your slide, after it's special cancelled, can be, after it's cancelled from normals, can be special cancelled, and you just go into your light lunge, which is your down back light kick, and it's very easy bit of damage that you're going to be getting quite a lot with Kronin, because it's just super easy way of getting in on your opponent. You can dash them down, do some like jump-ins after you guys are knocked down. And just be doing this. Like, honestly, most of my games with Kronin consist of me just doing light kicks into the slide, into the lunge, because it just works so well. And you can do it after your jump-ins, you can do after the opponent recovers. It catches people a lot of the time, and if you are near the corner, as you saw, you can actually get a light DP off of your slide, after your light lunge, so you can get a little bit more damage, and then obviously that also opens up the opportunity of being able to do stuff like this, where you cancel it into your ultimate, and then we have that situation and when they would have died. So in the corner, he gets a little bit more combo potential off of simple stuff like this, whereas normally mid-screen, you just hit him, and then you chase them down afterwards. If the opponent is recovering, what I do like to do is go for a heavy lunge, and after your heavy lunge, you actually can get combos as well. So if it hits the opponent, you can just go into the same thing you were doing just before. Your light kick, heavy kick, when you're holding down forward, into the lunge again, and then that's super easy damage. Chase them down, do it again, cancel into an ultimate. You can even be sneaky and catch the opponent off guard and make it seem like you're doing a combo, but actually go into the heavy lunge, because the heavy lunge is very advantageous on block. And then you just have all these crazy sequences where you're basically doing that the entire game, and those are your main combos. Now, one last combo I do want to mention is off of his crouching heavy punch. His crouching heavy punch is really good because it can low profile projectiles and things. So if you want to counter a projectile or a high hitting move, you can do this, and it can actually be special cancelled. And if you don't want to spend meter, you can do stuff like this and go into your heavy lunge and get a combo that way, but you can actually get a proper combo by going into his down forward punch, amplified punches into the slump, and then off of this you can either go into your heavy lunge and then your close heavy kick for an OTG, and that's some decent damage, or you can actually get a little bit of a run up, into your light lunge, into your DP, and that's a little bit more damage, but the opponent isn't left right in your face like with the other combo. Unfortunately, you can't really get combos off of any of your really good multi-hitting normals, like your far heavy punch and your forwards light punch. So even though they are really amazing, you can't really cancel into special moves, but you can cancel into ultimates. So if I do something like this, if I cancel fast enough, you can cancel into ultimate, but as you can see there, off of your light punch, you have to be quicker, because if the last hit hits, the ultimate will not. Which is why if you're wanting to cancel into ultimates and you're wanting to get easy hit confirms into them, I suggest using your heavy punch. And as soon as you see that hit, you can just cancel into either of your ultimates, and it'll be easy big chunk of damage, and you can do whatever you like. Oh, don't hold that for longer. Easy peasy. And honestly, I think that's about it for combos with Kronin. So we have the DP combos. We have the mashing, crouching, light buttons combos, where you just go light, slide, excuse me, into that, and then you chase the opponent down, maybe go for another lunge, and then just do a bunch of this, even go for some awesome jump-ins. And then when you're in the corner, you can extend with the light DP. And we also have combos where you go off of your amplified punches, and that can happen off of this situation, but it can be a bit tricky because a lot of the time you can accidentally get a DP and accidentally do that, which is fine because then you can get a combo that way, but it's just not as good. And then you have converting into ultimates from your awesome standing normals. And then obviously anything you do that leads to a hard knockdown can cancel into your climax. So that is about it for combos with Kronin. I hope this helped, and I hope you pick up Kronin because he's a really fun character. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.